This week on New Music Fridays, Birdman featuring Lil Wayne and Roddy Ricch, Stunna Man. Were many are surprised given the fallout Wayne and Baby had, I'm not shocked that they're working again. It's like when the abused tend to go back to the abuser. They call it Helsinki syndrome. If someone were to rob me of my master's royalties and potentially sabotage my career so that I could remain under their imprint, then there would be nothing you can do to get me to work with you again. But I hold grudges while Baby and Lil Wayne have a long history together. The last time we heard from Baby, he did a project with Juvenile. Even if it was 15 years too late, I did enjoy seeing the legend Juvie getting back some of the promotion that he has been needing. Shows that Baby has finally realized that there's no replacing the roster of Cash Money. No, I don't count Young Money because that was Lil Wayne's Cash Money Records, where Baby has done nothing on that level of note. It's like when Jordan criticized the Bulls thinking that he could create his own championship teams. How has that ended up for him? Hopefully he's making amends with all the former Cash Money members, but what are we expecting here? I believe this will be Baby's best shot at regaining notoriety in his own music, as these features are the key indication of this. Problem is, he's still garbage. He has way too much money to ever take music seriously to build skills. Even if Roddy and Wayne carry this song, it can only be but so good with it being Baby's project. It could still be a hit due to the sheer amount of promotion that could be applied to it, or it could be nothing worth reporting on at all. We shall see. And they did everything they needed to get people to get past the fact that Baby had to be on this. Honestly, it feels more like a compilation song because of it, but that is what was necessary. Gave that man only 8 bars, and he still struggles to get to the finish line, surrounded by acts that do that literally in their sleep or when they're high. Not a great Wayne verse, but there are some highlights like "It's lit like the light at the end of the tunnel, man," or how he said that he's wearing all red like he's Patrick Mahomes bar, as Roddy is doing the whole Young Thug style because, you know, he's a descendant of Young Thug. I do believe this song works, but it's nothing major, nothing all that great that's deserving of any promotion or anything like that. Bobby Sessions, Gold Rolex featuring Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher. One of my hip-hop stock picks is getting 2 of the most notable acts in the game right now. This has the potential to be fire, but that depends on the direction in which they take with this song. Hopefully it won't be a variation of the Buffalo hardcore rap sound that Benny the Butcher pioneered, something that Freddie Gibbs has proven that he can do better than all of Griselda. But with that in mind, it would make sense. How do you break an artist in the industry? Get the hottest in the game on a sound that you believe that the people want to hear. I don't know about you, but I'm done with the super grimy but dry Alchemist style production on top of drug balls. It was never a sound that could last throughout the time based on how limited it is. And now it's gone from something that was different to what everyone is doing over the past year and change. The last Benny the Butcher projects show that he is even trying to go away from it a bit and crafting better on the likes of, say, the Plugs I Met too. So there's a chance here for something new, unique, and different for the summer. But the odds aren't good here. I'm expecting a decent Buffalo hardcore rap song that is going to completely disappoint me with all this talent on the song. I pray that I'm wrong here and we get a dope song, but you already know. This is the moment where I hate to be right. Instead of putting these super creative acts in the booth to craft whatever they want, instead they had every intent on making a Bobby Session variant of that Buffalo sound. Don't get me wrong, there are some moments here. I like how the variant includes a screw tape sample, but for those 2 sounds to coexist, it's going to take more practice. Points for the attempt, as I hope someone finds how these sounds can work well together, but it didn't work here. There are more trap balls on this than anything, with a few exceptions like Real Recognize Real and You Are Unidentified, but overall it's just it's not anything for me. A Boogie, 24 Hours featuring Lil Dugg. This is a project that if there were anything else that would have dropped, this probably wouldn't be here. Not dissing A Boogie, but it's been 4 years waiting on something that matches his talents to propel him to being more notable. I'm not blaming A Boogie here. Atlantic just never figured it out. And it's not from a lack of trying. Other acts have been cut from major record labels after doing far less than what Atlantic has tried to do to push A Boogie. Personally, I think it's simply the result of talented acts getting caught up in the wave instead of defining it. I liked Artist 2.0, but I recognize there are newer artists doing this that are getting way more hype just because they're new. Yes, I know A Boogie has a cult following, which is excellent. Hopefully he will be good no matter where he lands, but I got a feeling that this going forward is going to be more of a John Wall Wizard situation where things simply didn't pan out for anyone involved and it's best for all parties just to move forward. So what am I expecting? More super polished Atlanta trap with a Chicago drill twist that his hardcore fans are going to love, but unless it's great, I don't see a push harder than what he got for My Ish back in 2016. Again, hopefully I'm wrong here, but I doubt it. So this is the one time that I was wrong today. In terms of it being more the Atlanta rap ballad than trap. Does it make any difference? Nope. I could get this vibe from a superior talent in Tory Lanez, but done at a higher level. I would much rather listen to Playboy, and that isn't even my go-to for this caliber of song. Is there a concept here? Really, they just talking about the money that they make to floss on their women. Nothing deeper than that, and nothing worth keeping, to be honest. I will not be shocked to hear A Boogie's audience proclaim this as a top baby maker, but in reality, this is a dud in a long line of songs that all do the same exact things. Definitely a song that you can skip. 42 Dugg, Freedom Boys, aka Yo Gotti's 2-minute Kodak. This industry is weird, man. This is an example of a better artist having to follow a similar path of some of the worst to come out because they sold units. If 42 Dugg were to apply himself, he could craft complete works, but when the standard you see in the likes of, say, Kodak Black are set, that success then becomes a formula for the guidance of the next generation. 42 Dugg can craft solid trap joints, but nothing outside this wave that can impact the industry and become more than just the trap flavor of the year. I believe 42 Dugg has the capability of being more, but will he decide to be that? It really depends on the individual, and judging by his content to this point, I don't believe he or Young Gotti actually cared for this concept at this time. A shame, because some of the tools are there. This is like seeing someone play 2K and are really good at shooting the ball, but have no idea how to run offenses or play defenses to win against competition who do. So what am I expecting here? 20 tracks that barely reach 2 minutes each, a flow that isn't polished enough but entertaining because it isn't that bad, trap content and a lack of lyricism, a few songs with the potential of being good but the flaws ruin them, something that I will listen to and forget that I did within a week. Either I'm that good or 42 Dugg is that predictable. You choose which. But remember, when someone can describe your album before they even listen to it, then the intrigue in your next won't be there. But there are moments, like I said, there will be, like Maybach featuring Future. That production ties those artists' delivery together really well, doing something that isn't really diverse, but it stands out with quality alone. ESTG really showed up for that rose gold. He is an artist that I have had my eyes on, but it wasn't enough to save that one. Still Catching Cases is cool in a woo kind of way, not for me, but solid, as this project is dedicated to his people who are locked up, as he dedicates individual songs to them to form this concept. I like that thought process, but a better artist could have taken that to a higher level. Overall, it isn't bad, but it isn't special either. As I said, a project that I will forget by this time next week.